The disgraced Democratic Senator Bob Menendez is planning on throwing his own wife under the bus because of his criminal trial, according to recent court filings. Menendez lawyers want to paint the wife Nadine. It's a master manipulator who managed to con the good senator, one of the most powerful men in the Senate. What a bottom feeder. First of all, why don't the Democrats get rid of this guy? I mean, they know what a scumbag he is. But nevertheless, they have dinner with him. He shows up. He's one of the, let's put our arm around Menendez. He's one of us. Why won't they?
He's showing up and voting every day.
He's actually voting. And this guy is a criminal from way back. He was acquitted one time. He just barely got by. Yeah. No, it was a hung jury, wasn't it? It was a hung jury. It wasn't even an acquittal. Same kind of thing. This time we got him with gold bars, got money sewn into his jackets, buying cars. It's just the worst thing ever. Now he's saying, I was so unsophisticated that I got manipulated by my evil wife, Nadine. I mean, come on.
He better hope that she ends up getting locked away forever, because if he goes to court and makes that argument, he's not ever going to want to face her again. I know if I ever blame my wife for anything, even something like, hey, you forgot to sweep the kitchen when you said you were going to sweep. Yeah, I'm never going to hear the end of it. And he's literally going to court. I mean, he's in trial right now saying, listen, I'm just a lowly senator who was on the high-ranking, Foreign Intelligence Committee, and what do I know? My wife is out there making these deals and getting these gold bars and all this cash, and it's insanity to think that he didn't know this was happening and didn't know what he was doing.
Moreover, his pals, his Democratic pals who won't get rid of him, they understand that some of the information was national security information that was going to Egypt.
Yeah.
He engineered that, but nevertheless. Now, what is the argument that I'm hearing? Oh, well, they can't do anything. The Democrats can't do anything. Really?
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of people say, well, they are asking for him to resign. Oh, no, they're not. Okay, look, not. Don't say that to somebody who sits here all day consuming political news. I know that there's like one loud voice calling for him to resign, and it's John Fetterman.
Fetterman is just, he's up in
most others, which we've sat here and read the quotes from these idiots. Yeah. Well, let's let the courts decide what to do.
What could they do? There's got their ethics folks.
They can oust him. They can hold the vote
immediately.
Yeah, expulsion.
Immediately. There's nothing to prevent them from doing that. So don't contact us and say, we didn't have all the facts. Oh, yeah, baby, we got all the facts. Democrats could do this immediately. But nevertheless, oh, by the way, did you follow this where so the Republicans get rid of Santos? Have you followed his latest gig where he's going to start doing videos under the name Kitara, where he is a cross-dresser drag queen? Yeah. Help me with this. What's that all about? Is there something in his history where he was Kitara, the drag queen?
Yeah, he was back in, I think, 2005, 2008-ish, somewhere around there. He did do some drag performances. And he's so desperate, by the way, to be in the spotlight that he's now doing this because he needs the money for his criminal trial, which, is coming up, I think, September.
Is he going to run again under the name Kitara? I mean,
not for office, just on the cameo. But fun fact, too, he is running for office again, and he has raised $0. So that's why he's having to do whatever he needs to do to raise money. He's dressing up
like Kitara and saying, hey, let me try this.
Yeah.
It is the weirdest story. At least they got rid of this freak.
Yeah.
Okay? Not Bob Menendez. Democrats, no, he's one of us. There's nothing we can do. That is total bullshit.
What Menendez did was so much worse than what Santos did.
Oh, absolutely.
Not even close.
When I hear Democrats saying, well, we can't really do anything, really, that's total, utter bullshit.
That it had helped dirty money flow through its branches around the world, including at least 800...
Plaintiffs allege that the defendants provided money and medical goods to terrorist groups Hezbollah and Jaish al-Mahdi.
This is a well-organized business for these individuals that carry out these attacks. Terrorism is a business, and they run it like a business.
They knew about what was going on for a decade. They absolutely, no question about it, knew that HSBC was washing money. They had every reason to understand it was for terrorism and it was for drug cartels. Took no action whatsoever.
These banks are involved. Their accounts are connected, and they're using them to mask the transactions. The more complicated they can make the transactions, the more distance they can put between the bad guys and a seemingly legitimate purpose of these funds.
They pay $1.9 billion, which is a drop in the bucket compared to what they've made, and nobody goes to prison. These CEOs, these bankers that made this decision, they're safe at home. They know what they've done. It's resulted in the death of Americans, contractors and soldiers, not just hundreds, but thousands. And we look the other way because they don't look like criminals. The die is cast. The people that are responsible are on Wall Street.
And they don't look like criminals. It's almost a suspension of disbelief. Sometimes I'll have people call me and say, is this real? Do they really get away with this? Yeah, they do.